Hi guys, so it's the beginning of the year, which means that it is time to set my Goodreads reading goal. I got a notification from Goodreads to set it, so I'm going to do that right now. And then I'm also going to talk just about my reading plans for this year and how I can actually stay on track with my reading goal, because last year I only read 4 books. It was so bad. And I'm committed to having a better reading year this year, and I already am. I've already finished 2 books, so that's great. But I think to start off with is I am gonna just set a smaller reading goal. So I think that 12 is easy because that is like 1 book a month, which I definitely think I can do. And I've already read 2 this month. Okay, so I have it up on my phone and I'm gonna do set a goal and do 12. I think I might be able to do more, but life happens, you never know, so I'm just gonna go smaller and then hopefully I'll actually reach it. Okay, so it says 2 of 12 books read, and that I'm already 2 books ahead of schedule, which is great. So the second thing that I'm doing to reach my reading goal this year is audiobooking my way through 2026. I don't have that much downtime to like sit and read, but I commute a lot and I drive a lot. I live in LA and I'm driving all the time. And it's January 9th and I've already listened to 2 audiobooks this year. So I really think that that is the best way to do it. So along with listening to more audiobooks this year, I do always like having a physical one for when I do have downtime to read. And I think I'm gonna start trying to wake up like 20 minutes earlier every day and just like reading for 20 minutes in the morning with my coffee. So that will be designated reading time, and then I also just like having time to myself in the morning and just relaxing with my coffee before I start getting ready. I also am going to try to start planning videos to make and reading for videos, because I originally started this as a booktube channel and I definitely want to get back to it. I still will post vinyl and music related videos, but I've been really slacking on the book videos because I haven't been reading. But I think having to read books to make content will really motivate me to read more. And also making book related videos, like trying new bookstores in LA or going to book cafes, stuff like that. Maybe doing some reading challenges. I did see a 75 book challenge on TikTok, but I don't know if I can do that. It's like a lot of work. I think it's like reading for 2 45-minute increments a day, one of them not in your bed. Maybe I'll do like a 30-day reading challenge where I read for like 30 minutes a day for 30 days. I could do that, and then maybe I could like finish a couple books. Another way to get yourself out of a reading slump is just to read a fast-paced thriller. I just listened to Survive the Night by Riley Sager, and I was like addicted to listening to the audiobook, and that just like got me into audiobooks. So if you know the kind of book that you're always gonna like, I would just stop trying to read whatever's putting you in a slump and just read something that you know you like. Reading is also a muscle, and when you haven't done it in a long time, it's really hard to get back into it. So you literally just have to like turn your phone off, plug it in, put it on the other side of the room and set a timer and just read for like 30 minutes and do it every single day, and then your brain will get back into it. With TikTok and like social media, I feel like our attention spans have just totally been altered, and it's kind of hard to get back into reading, especially if it's a book that's like not super plot engaging. So I'm gonna try to do that as well and just have like a designated time for reading with a timer. And I'm hoping that in this month I will have read enough books that I can actually film and upload a reading wrap up, which would be awesome. Another thing that I want to do this year is actually read the books on my physical TBR. Like, I have so many books that I haven't read, and I just want to look at my bookshelf and be like, I have read all of those. So I feel like I've been implementing these plans in January a little bit so far. I've already listened to 2 audiobooks. The first one was Survive the Night by Riley Sager, and that was just like so entertaining. So I always wanted to listen to it. I was listening to it while I was doing chores, while I was doing my makeup, while I was driving, and I finished it pretty quickly. And then that just made me want to listen to another audiobook immediately. So then I listened to Heart the Lover by Lily King. That one's pretty short. It's only like 5 hours, and it was really good. I would recommend it. And I literally ran out of Spotify audiobook listening hours for the month. So I think I'm gonna have to listen to another one on Libby. I want to read Wuthering Heights because the movie's coming out, and I started listening to it, but because of like the old English language that they use, I think that that one is better to read like physically, because I'd want to go back and like reread the sentences because it's just so beautifully written. So I don't know if I'm going to finish that one. And then the physical book that I'm reading is Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. And I've been wanting to read this for a while because I've just heard such good things about it. But then I saw the trailer that the movie's coming out in like March. So I was like, oh, I need to get on that and read it right away. So I really like it so far. I'm about halfway through. It is very science heavy. And I feel like I've seen reviews where people are like, oh, it's science fiction, but like it's not that sciencey. I think it is. And I do like it, but I think it was hard to get into, and it only started getting really interesting like 100 to 150 pages. So if you're reading it and you can't get into it, just like keep reading because it gets good. But this has taken me a long time to read. I think I started it at the end of November and I'm only halfway through. But I am trying to finish it soon because I need to move on to other books. So I have been waking up early every morning and just having some time with my coffee to read. And I mean, I'm only reading for like 20 to 30 minutes, so I'm not getting very far. But I think it's just good to have that routine to keep your brain used to reading. And I'm also gonna read books that have been on my TBR for years. Like I've been saying for like 2 years that I really want to read Bunny by Mona Awad. And instead of just like picking random books to read, I am gonna go back on my TBR and read ones that have been on there for a while and just clear that out. Because I have like over 300 books on my want to read on Goodreads, which is crazy. But thank you so much for setting my Goodreads reading goal with me. I know this video was short, but let me know what you're doing to read more this year and what's on your TBR for 2026. Let me know any videos you want to see from me, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!